Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. Today we've got an action-packed adventure for you. Not only do we have a person that's active on OnlyFans and appears half naked on Instagram, but we've also got Imani Medalion, one of the famous video girls from episode 8. Together, we'll be rating the cast members to find out who are the best and the worst from season 6, and we'll be probing their questionables and wondering what happened in the car ride that day with Julius. Sorry, excuse me, I call him Julian. And what the hell is Deontay up to now? But yes, to answer that and other exciting questions, do please stay tuned for today's exciting episode. Very, very special coffee at the Manor. Good day. Where am I? I'm over there in a little box. Let me broom you back. There we are. I'm back. Here we go. There we go. Good day. Bon après-midi and ni hao to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people. And a VIP seat to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. So here we are. Thank you very much for coming. It's a delight to see you all. We've got beauties in the audience there. We've got Mandy. We've got Lady Flutterfly, Dearest Flutterby. We've got Miss May in there. We've got Lady Venus and some faces. We are a great variety. We've also got the chat coming up on the screen now for those who wanted that. There we go. Oh, fantastic. There's Sherry DeVille as well. And look at this. We are the A team going on in here today. So that's you. This is me. And all we need now is some intriguing faces to say some intriguing words. So please allow me to introduce both of my guests at once. Spinning the tea from Cincinnati. Please do welcome Immani. And we've also got the only man I know that can pull off a red velvet suit while fighting an angry lesbian. Yes, indeed. Do please welcome my guests to the stage. Here they are. Where are they? Come on. Hang on. This is me. I'm very good at this bit. Here we go. Here we are. Welcome. Hey. Applause and all sorts. In case you're apparently Deontay is wearing a Power Ranger today. So welcome to Deontay's Power. Oh, he's got a move. Go on. Special move from Deontay.
Oh, it's morphin time. Mastodon. You got to be a Power Rangers fan to know.
And that sets the pace for us wonderfully. Thank you so much. Here they are, and here we all are. Very, very good to see you. So we are going to go straight into talking to these people here, and we're going to start largely with our new friend Immani. So for those of us who are completely unaware of who you might be, would you introduce who you are?
Hi, I'm Imani Medalion. I am a model, choreographer, Instagram model, OnlyFans model. I just recently did an episode of Love After Lockup. I was an extra on there. And yeah, I'm here now, right now.
There we go. And so you're over in Cincinnati?
Yes, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Are you born and bred Cincinnatian?
Yes, born and bred. I done moved around a few times in Atlanta and Florida, Tennessee, but I always end up coming back to Ohio.
Home is in Ohio, huh? There we go. Good stuff. So let's go way back to the beginning of Immani. Describe to us what a young Immani was growing up. Tell us a little bit about you and how you might have changed between today and how you were.
I've changed only a little bit, but I've been pretty much the same since a young kid. I like to dance. I'm a dancer. I love to do all kinds of dance, hip hop, ballet, African. It always made me feel good on the inside. It was like my calling. So since a young age, I did that. I went to college in Florida for a couple of years, went to Atlanta. I met someone, started modeling, started dabbling about like 18, 19, started modeling, started also dancing in strip clubs and just getting money on the side. I was also like working at Hollister. I was doing retail. I was doing a whole bunch of different things at one time. I like to make money all different kinds of ways. So at the beginning of like where like Instagram first started taking off, I was kind of one of those first people who was like posting a lot and on. Um and then yeah, like I said, I would do little stuff like being extras in movies like Fist Fight with Ice Cube and Charlie Day and music videos with Black Youngsta and I did that, started building my portfolio, would get booked for local artists and different things like that, side gigs, and moved back to Ohio to take care of my family, started a family, and now I just continue to work, but also do my dreams and my little side hustles on the side. So that's pretty much me. I'm pretty
And your
much
mum as well. You're a mummy.
yes, I am. I have one son. I just became a mommy 2 years ago.
Wow. Wow, cool. Okay, so you're still real busy in that area.
Yes.
Deontay is also about to join us. We're going to get to that shortly, but Deontay is also about to join us in the land of parenthood. But we will get to that recently. So I've got a couple of questions. First of all, so how did you first get approached then for somebody to say, hey, come and work at my strip club? Did they see you modeling first and then kind of say, hey, I'm looking for people, or do you cast, or how did that
Well,
work?
yes, that was more so myself. So when I first moved to Atlanta and I started modeling, different model agencies wanted me to basically pay them a large amount first, and they would basically get you the photo shoots and do all this stuff, but it's not guaranteed that you would get booked. So I really didn't want to sign to an agency. I just kind of started self-managing. So with that, I started working with different photographers, whether they were popular or just beginning. And then I started building my portfolio. And then I just started and I went out on my own because I had a, a daytime job, but I also wanted a nighttime job. And like I said, I've always been a good dancer, and this was like right at the beginning, the peak of like Instagram and it's like social media really started popping. So I would just use basically other people's sexual notions to my advantage to make money, basically. So I would just, I went out on my own initiative and started working clubs and stuff on my own, just as a little side job again to my daytime job.
Well, see, that independence really how it's changed. When I used to work as a photographer in the adult industry years and years ago, and that was the big thing then, is that girls didn't really have a lot of choice but to get a management, and then they were under all kinds of pressures in different areas. But these days, with the growth of social media and stuff, girls are now in control of their own bodies to a larger extent than they used to be. So, do you think you just came along at the right time?
I'm sorry?
Do you think you sort of came along at the right time? You just took advantage of that?
Yes, for sure. Yes, I was already in a like I said, Atlanta is a whole different place than Ohio or even in Florida
Oh
when I
yeah.
was living there. So it's like it was just fast paced and a whole bunch of girls, so I just was like I was watching and learning and I was like, well, I can do that. That's nothing. You know what I mean? So I just started using basically other people's annotation. Like I would be meeting guys and trying to just deal with them on a personal level and it would always be sexual or what can you do for me. So off rip, when I was at a young age, I already started peeping like, okay, this is already how some guys are going to view me. It's better if you just are in control of that and you take advantage and use that as an advantage and be in control of that versus be out here naive doing whatever for free thinking people like you and they really don't.
So that then brings us very nicely to how then you got to appear on the show. So okay, let's paint the picture for us. Okay, you are, I don't know, maybe at home sitting on your bed. You get a call from who? Talk us through that beginning part.
Okay, so I had did a photo shoot. Valentine's Day, one of my favorite holidays, even though I'm usually single. But I like to do photo shoots on Valentine's Day. So I had just recently did a photo shoot, and then maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, someone hit me on Instagram via my DM, and a lot of times that happens. I will say that happens. People will send things to my email or DM me, and they'll say things, offer me jobs or print work or I don't know something, and you have to really screen to see if it's a scam or not. So I did get a message, and I just kind of looked at the page and was like, hey, yeah, sure, I'm interested. Interested. What are you talking about? Like TV? Okay, yeah, sure. And she was just like, yeah, we basically need some girls. Do you know some girls? I see you're a model in Cincinnati. I see you actively working in Cincinnati. You know some girls. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yeah. So that's pretty much how that happened.
So
Via
you
my
had no idea who Julius was up until what point when you turned up at the studio, or?
Right. So no, I didn't know who he was. I actually called two other friends who were again actively modeling right now currently. I don't know if like one flaked, one was available, one didn't come. So I ended up bringing my best friend, and we pulled up to the studio, and then yeah, we were just in the car. We couldn't figure out who was what. We were trying to kind of see from the car before we got out, and we seen the cameras and stuff, and that was the first time I had seen Julius when he had out of his girlfriend's vehicle.
Oh, right. So because when we see what from the channel's perspective, you guys pull up, and what we get shown then a vision from Alexis's car, and we see you get out of the rear right passenger seat, and your friend in the pink top out the front right.
Right.
So how did they tell you where to sit? Who are you sitting next to?
Okay, so this is a funny story. You guys actually don't even see like the scene before. We actually went to the studio. That's where we were. That's where we had left. We had went to the studio. We had did a whole scene there. Another one of my model friends was there. We had conversed. He had recorded a song. We had shot a little mini video. So all of that it was already, I want to say it was like already a vibe set. So what y'all see is kind of like, I don't know. It's it's just funny how they showed y'all that one little clip, and it was a whole thing building up to that. But I will say, like, over time, like, we were, I don't want to say wasted, but we were kind of tipsy by then. So when y'all are seeing us, we have maybe been filming almost 3-4 hours.
Right.
And
then suddenly then you meet Alexis pulling up. So is this new? This Alexis, did you know anything by that point? Did you know anything about her?
Okay, so we did know a little bit about her again because we seen Julius get out of her car when they first pulled up to the studio, but we didn't know that was like his girlfriend or anything.
Right. So that part of it's pretty genuine then. Like you literally had no idea.
Yes, I'm like, what is going on? Someone's pulling up. We're trying to go to a clothing store to find clothes. This is I don't know. It started.
So they told you were going to the show. Then they told you that you were going to go look at clothes.
Yes.
But they kind of like accidentally made Alexis turn up at the same time instead.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. That's an interesting way of going about. So how was Julius described to you? I mean, rapper, gangster, TV person. How did they describe him?
They didn't.
They did literally not. Just here he is, and yeah. So Oh, so I'm just going to ask you this. I'm going to play you a clip actually, and ask you a question just based off this one clip. Again, this is from the perspective of what we saw.
Okay.
Hold on, when's this been?
Well, I'm gonna make sure.
So we gonna holler at y'all on the video too.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So I.
They about to.
Well,
Right.
make sure.
So the question therefore is, did he literally stand there and text you and say, "Hey, meet me in a minute, or we'll hook up later"? Did he text you both at the same time there? Is that what happened?
Well, I had his friend's number, and then
Drew,
my
right.
friend had his number. So
Is that how it would have gone if it would have, let's say it would have played out like that and you guys might have paired off? Just in theory,
I mean,
is that how it would have
yeah.
gone? You would have been with Drew and your friend would have been with him?
yeah, probably.
Who made that choice? Whose idea was which one? Did you have to do rock, paper, scissors, or how did that work?
No, we were in the car. Me and my friend were in the car. So we kind of will do that already when we are going out or just whatever. Anytime we're in a situation, we'll go ahead and so my friend, she's taller than me. And so to me, it's just always best.
So it was a height thing. It wasn't like an attractive thing. It was a height thing. It was like a logistics sort of thing.
Yeah, that's just how we usually do it, if I'm being honest.
That's I like honesty. That's good.
Okay.
Very good. Someone in the thing I did you know he was living with a girl? Says someone there in the chat. Presumably not then, if you only literally found out when she pulled up.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that had nothing to it had nothing to do with me, who he lives with. Or
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
does. I was just there to do a job, and then I genuinely shoot music videos. I know photographers and videographers in the city, DJs, different things. So I genuinely was just there, doing a job.
So
What you have going on in your personal life has nothing to do with me. I mean, if you want to link
So
up,
if we were to swing that round, how different might it look if you were in Alexis's shoes? This isn't like a moral, oh, how would you feel?
Right.
But how might you react? You're freshly pregnant, your man's off, maybe being questionable, probably evidently not so much, but possibly. How might it be different? How would you handle that situation?
So I have been recently in that situation. I've been in that situation. And it's so crazy because that's why even when it was going down like that, I was trying to say, people took it on the camera kind of weird, but I was trying to say literally we are just video girls. This is not that. And
that was my favorite clip, actually, when you go, we're just video girls. From the back. That was my favorite. That was great.
Because it's nothing else happening here. I don't know. So it's.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Auntie,
say.
the delightful Auntie's advice. Hello, Auntie. How are you? I hope you're very, very well. She asked, did you get paid? If you don't mind us asking.
Yes.
Ooh. I won't go any further. That's your private business from there. I won't ask you any further than that. But thank you. So in the studio, we did see a very small video. There was you dancing kind of near him. I think because of height difference, we only really saw the top of your head. And then there was a girl in a grey dress. Was she the third person?
Right. Yes, she was.
Right. And so did she literally not fit in the car? That's why she wasn't there, or?
No, she had a prior engagement that she was getting paid for, so that was more important.
It was just a better deal than WeTV were paying.
I mean, yeah, for the second scene, yeah.
So did you get paid per scene? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
See, this is very intriguing because you're not sort of bound by the same contract as the other people, are you? So you're able to talk about a few more things.
Yeah.
There we go. Interesting. So, we're gonna move on to one. We're gonna bring Deontay into in just a second. Couple more questions.
Okay.
I think you said you're not pressed with him, and I wasn't quite sure. I'm sort of unfashionably British, so you may need to lead me through what "you're not pressed with him" means.
Okay, so I guess pressed is like it's basically slang for impressed. It could be sorts of ways. Like I'm not pressed, I'm not excited, it doesn't impress me, I'm not yearning for
Gotcha.
like you know what I mean? It's like it's not.
It does mean well. That's right, because I've just learned what shooting up the club means, and now I'm like I'm kind of like paranoid, whatever, what people might be talking about something untoward, and I might not be even aware of it, So a couple more. Now you did a bunch of filming at night. There's a shot towards the end of the TV show where you guys are outside. I think it's a Shell garage station in the dark, and you're doing a Vox piece to camera. So did you go ahead and film more things in the evening that night?
No, that was it. And yeah, Julius, I feel like started genuinely getting irritated with the whole situation, and so yeah, and then we were only there for the 2 scenes, and it wasn't even supposed to last that long, and we didn't even get to go inside of the store, so at that point, we were finished.
You didn't get to go shopping, damn it. I mean, that's got to be the worst, isn't it? Promise shopping, and then all you get is some angry ex-girlfriend. I mean, that's no way to treat a lady, is it? Terrible.
It's not
Where was I? I've got a couple more. Have we TV hinted at using you again? Have some mysterious woman on Instagram messaged you about any other things they might want you to do?
No.
Yeah, so this might be it then. We've had our 15 minutes of Imani in Lawd Lukan.
Yes.
Good stuff. Oh, one last one. In this one brings in our Deontay. We're switching on to the OnlyFans now. You're to subscribe. You're $40, which I thought this is a healthy number. Did you put that? Did you adjust that because you knew that, like, because being on the TV, you thought, hey, I'm going to get some extra eyes. I might see if I could do.
No.
Did that affect your thinking?
No, absolutely not. That's been like that since COVID.
Gotcha. I did wonder if you'd do some special marketing. Watch Lalu and you get a free minute or something. I don't know. But
to be honest, I thought it had deleted itself, because it says if you don't upload anything in 160 days that it will, but it has yet to do it, so it keeps almost threatening me. I'm not sure.
It's threatening you, yeah. That's the thing. So bringing you both in on this one. So what is the weirdest thing or the craziest thing that you've been asked to do, and then if possible, what is the craziest thing that you did do? Now we can stick to the first. So this one's open to Deontay as well, because of course we know that Deontay is a man with some I don't know, massive penis. Actually, someone sent me a picture of your penis today. Then they found out what? So they sent me a picture. So congratulations, well done. So what is the strangest thing that anybody's ever asked you to do? To either of you?
Oh, am I on here now?
Yeah, go on, Deontay. We'll start with you, shall we?
What's up? You want to know the strangest thing I've been asked on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, so I haven't done anything on OnlyFans that I've been asked to do, because I barely even get on there anymore. That same threat she was talking about, I get it all the time too. All I do is post something like, I need to come up with new ideas, and then nothing happens. I can't tell you the last time I posted on OnlyFans, but the strangest thing I've ever been asked on there is, I saw in my inbox, because I really don't interact with people on my OnlyFans simply because I don't know who they are. And I know a lot of them are probably gay guys, and no disrespect, but I just don't get down like that. But I understand that they subscribe to me, so that's why I just don't bother to interact with people. I just post stuff. but I saw somebody in my DMs. Can you cuss up here?
You can say whatever you like. Just
Oh.
don't say, I don't know.
So I
I don't
saw
know. Say what you like.
somebody
I
in my
don't care, really.
DMs.
Go for it.
I saw somebody in my DMs ask me, how much for a picture of your asshole, basically. And
Well, that's not so bad. I imagine that's quite normal, isn't it? I imagine you get feet requests.
I didn't even reply to that. My homeboy was like, man, you should have said $5,000. I was like, man, I'm not replying to that.
So what is the number?
What?
Well,
I don't know, $5,000. If I
Wow.
do something like that, that'll be all over the internet. No, I can't. But yeah, that's the
So
crazy
how
thing.
does Mrs. I mean, how is the relationship between you and how do I define Lady Deontay and Lord Deontay? Is it a couple? Is it a how do we describe that?
Addie? You said Lady Deontay?
Yeah, you're good lady, your partner, the mother of your child.
It's I mean, it's been over a year now. We still going strong. So I guess it ain't going too bad. Everybody thought it wasn't gonna last. But is it perfect? To be honest with you, no. I ain't gonna sit up here and cap to you. We have our problems, we have our good times, we have our bad times. It's already controversial to begin with. And so sometimes you understand that you may have bit off a little bit more than you can chew. But you also got to understand that it's bigger than that now because it's another life coming. So I had to do a lot of growing up within this relationship, realistically, because a lot of it kind of unlocked the side of me that I never knew I had before. So I'm learning a lot about myself. And truth be told,
What was the most sort of recent thing that you learned about yourself? What was the most recent discovery?
That I've had to learn a whole lot of patience, which I never thought. I guess when you're in an age-gap relationship, it comes with that. So, I'm at a point in my life where I wasn't looking for a relationship when it happened, or even to have no kids. I didn't think I could have kids. So,
how old are you now, Deontay?
I'm 38.
38. That's still young. Still a young buck.
Yeah, but I went through a period where I wanted a family and all this stuff so bad, and then I could never get it. And then I got to a point where I was getting so upset and so heartbroken every time that I finally got to a point where I was content just kind of being solo and doing my own thing, and I was fine with that. I didn't want a relationship or no kids. It just so happened that this person came along and things just happened. And so
So people kind of always make three very clear statements when they're talking about Deontay. There's like three things that are sort of like the testaments of Deontay. And I want to put them to you.
They make a whole lot of statements about me, Jack.
But there's sort of three that people always go for. And I've noticed it pop up all the time, even if you're just posting, I don't know, here's me dancing, like you did the other day. And then suddenly you've got people. So they say you only date young girls, you only date white girls, and Deontay is blacklisted by reality TV. So
You want me to
do you
respond to all
think
that?
do you think these are true? Do you think they're relevant? Do you think they matter? What would you make of that?
Do I think they're true? Let me tell you what I think about all that, okay? So he only dates young girls. False. That's fake news. My girlfriend, my serious girlfriend prior to this one was 33. Prior to her was Lindsay, who was in her 30s. Prior to her was Nicole, who was in her 20s. This girl here is the first young girl that I've really ever been with. And now I kind of see why everybody was like, what's wrong with you? But it's still
So she
working.
was 18, isn't it? Is that's how old you were when you kind of got together?
Huh?
So she was 18. Was that right?
Yeah, when we initially got together, yeah, she was 18. She was
And
about 20 now.
did you notice much of a difference? You know, if you've gone from dating a 30-something-year-old to an 18-year-old, what was it that kind of
It was just,
drew you in that direction?
it was nothing really. Truth be told, when the time she popped up and came around, I had actually started talking to Nicole again. I don't know if you remember that time period where I had briefly posted myself with Nicole again.
Yeah, we thought you would reignite it, Deontay. We thought there would be the return of Nicole Jr.
We kind of did. We had started, sleeping with each other, and we were carrying ourselves like a couple, just without the title. I just got to a point where I'm like, dude, we've been dealing with each other on and off 5+ years. So what are we? Because I'm tired of carrying myself like I'm a couple with you if I'm not. Because it's still other people out here that want to be serious with me. So if you don't, we could be friends with benefits and stay like that. But I'm going to go ahead and entertain other things if that's the case. She just wouldn't budge. So I just went and entertained other things. And
so do you think you're blacklisted, though?
Huh?
Do you think you're blacklisted? I've heard that they're blacklisted from reality TV. I'm not even sure what that means.
Well, let me get to the white girl thing. Okay, I done said this about 8 billion times. At this point, I kind of just become content with what people think. But realistically, I don't just date white women. I don't have a type like that. Everybody thinks I do. White women just happen to like me more, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, I was engaged to an Asian woman at one point in time. I'd have been with black women, everything. I used to get so offended by that and always try to defend myself. At this point, I just kind of let it be. If that's what you believe, I mean, that's just what you believe. You have to approach me to find out. That's all I can say about that. Do I think I'm
so what is the future? Will we be seeing what is the future then of Deontay PLC or LLC, whatever you might call it over there? What is the future for you? Where are you going to be? What are your dreams? What are you gonna do when you grow up, Deontay?
Well, as far as me being blacklisted from reality TV, I'm definitely probably blacklisted from Sharp Entertainment. I definitely say that. I'm probably the most vocal, most controversial cast member to come off of that show. So yeah, I understand. It's a game you got to play when you in this thing, and if you're too sensitive, sometimes you'll dig yourself a hole. So I did that. So if I'm blacklisted, I'm blacklisted. I kind of become content with that too. As hard as it was for me to let go of that, I finally got to a point where, look, man, I'm just chilling. But if somebody want me, I'm always willing to get back on the camera. That's just me being. Have you
seen Lindsay's got married again?
Yeah, I saw that.
What's your thoughts? Does that hurt a little bit? I think you've still got a little bit of a soft spot. I don't think that it's just totally gone away.
I try my best to keep my opinion to myself about that, simply because anytime I speak about her cult following will swear up and down I'm obsessed with her. So I kind of, unless they say something about me, I kind of try to keep it to myself. But realistically, I felt some type of way about that, but it didn't have nothing to do with her, like being with him, because at this point for me, that was 2022 when I was head over heels for her. I know a whole lot more about her now, and I know how she operates. So all these people that she fools, I'm one of the few people that can see through her. So her getting married to somebody else don't affect me. What bothered me and what got me in my feelings was the fan reaction to it. Because I be looking up in the comment sections. So in the beginning, all I saw was all these same people that would drag the hell out of me anytime I come out with a new girl, congratulating this chick. And I would just be like, what number is this now? Wasn't it Scott? And then me, and then Blaine, and then some woman, and then some other dude in prison. Now this cowboy. So she goes from person to person to person to person. It's always congratulations. I done been with like 4 people.
I was reading somewhere he shot an intruder or something like that.
I was like, ain't this like the pot calling the kettle black? And then, like I said, I try to keep my opinion to myself. But you know how it is. When you get with somebody on a show like this, your business is going to get pulled up. So, of course, this guy's business done got pulled up. I don't know him like that, so I try not to take shots at him because he don't talk about me like Blaine used to. That's why I used to go at Blaine. But then I see his reactions to people when they're confronting him about what he did. And I'm like, all right, God. And then I see her defending it. So, yeah, I'm looking at it some type of way. And then people will say, well, everybody has a past. And then I look at that like, okay. So when I was dating that girl, Cece, and her past came out, they didn't give a fuck, excuse my language, but they didn't give a damn that that was her past. Everybody just came at me on the attack. And I didn't even know half of this stuff until it came out publicly. So I kind of look at that sideways. I felt some type of way with the fan base. I didn't feel some type of way with them because I already knew whatever they had going on, they was going to embarrass themselves anyways, which is already happening. So I just sit back and laugh at that. Like I see the little, her like trying to defend him being a veteran and all that, and he fought for your freedom. I'm like, what that mean? I'm a veteran too. And you did what you did. Your past always stays with you. You've been off drugs for how long? And no matter what, people still come at you and call you what? A meth head. Because that follows you. I ain't dated an inmate since I've been with her. And people still come at me like I'm dating inmates. You know why? Because it follows you. You can't get rid of it. That's just the facts.
Gotcha. Good. So now there was a bit of an abrupt end as we skitter off to the next section. Thank you so much. I appreciate the glimpse into both of your life. Interesting stuff. So thank you so much for that beginning part. We are going to slip over now to the rate the cast member section. I'm going to bring them in. Over here. So, if you're not familiar with this particular format, we have all the delights from season, I do believe it's season 6 down here. I've chosen some gorgeous people. Imani, you do feature in there. I chose a nice picture for you. We have all the delightful people in here. And of course, if you've not seen it before, we rate them then for between super at the top to pure dirt down here at the bottom. So let's have a little look through and see how we rate our people. Now, it did come in randomly. So our random first person down here is Demo Dick. Now, has he been a good character or a bad character? I think, we've definitely got grounds for in the red to orange section, given his ex-girlfriend capers going on there. Why he isn't just with them, I don't know. Any thoughts? Any thoughts from the audience? Any thoughts from you two here? What do Armani? Have you followed Demo Dick's capers?
No, but is there a picture up there that I can't see?
Oh, Demo Dick is this one. He was the guy dating Kiana. We've got an F. We've got an F in the chat already. Lower than dirt. So yes, he was the guy. Of course, he was seeing the ex behind her back. But we don't think that Kiana's all that squeaky clean either. So where do we think him? I'm getting some lower areas down here. I'm feeling in the E area down here. With that. So we're going to start off with our man down here. Next up, let's have where are we? Let's bring our Julius out. Here he is. So, how do we rate our Julius? I'm going to give the chat a second in order to do that. Now, was he as bad as we thought? Now it's emerged recently, or he's saying recently, that he wasn't supported at all. He was supporting Alexis during the thing. But is that true?
Okay, I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion.
Go for it.
Demo looks better than Julius.
Do you know, actually, if we were doing Who Would You Rather, I'd probably go Demodick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see what the ladies. He's a bit.
I just prefer a dark skin.
Prefer the dark
Hey,
man. That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
hey,
So I think we're going to go pure dirt. Actually, let's. It gives us a good place to start off with. We know what our bottom level is.
Right.
Next person we have is. Let's go. This. The next one is Brooke's mum. Now, Brooke's mum, she came out with some good actual advice. She did say, "Don't go chasing him. Leave that man, and please don't leave me with your kids the whole damn time." So, did she do a good job of guiding her daughter?
Sometimes, but sometimes it didn't come from a good place. I don't even know. I just wish she said some of the stuff better.
yeah.
Her attitude makes her look worse than what she looks.
I see. Interesting thought. Yeah. I always thought it's the face. She's got that real resting bitch face, doesn't she? She looks like
Yes.
Rosie O'Donnell.
But if she was joyful and like just had an orgasm, I'm sure she would be radiant. I'm sure she would be radiant.
Do you think that's her problem? She just needs, the bats blowing out her belfry for the evening.
Absolutely. That's always the problem.
So we're seeing a few positive things, but I'm seeing a C. So what if
we can put her up one.
Up one into the C area? There we are. That's fair. That's fair. Next we have this young man. I'm not sure if you can see him. Again, it's a bit of a small one. That is I forgot his name. JK. James Kenneth or something, isn't it? His name. Brought up by what they called Masons, Freemasons. There's that picture of him that they put up. His mum looks like Big John from Shaun of the Dead, and he's standing there with a Freemason. What the hell's going on there? I think he's towards the bottom, but at the same time, he cheated because the other one might have cheated, and it was one of those who started it things.
He has the opposite effect of that mom. His personality makes him look way better than what he actually looks.
Right,
so
right.
I think he belongs right there. It's good.
Yeah. I think because I think he's as bad as Demo Dick.
Because you're right.
So,
Right. Because that would be right. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Next up is Michael. Now, I don't think it was all. I think he just didn't end up fancying him. I don't think there was ulterior motive. I don't think he really used him. We didn't hear like huge thousands of dollars changing hands.
Yeah, that's the typical thing.
I agree. Yes, I agree. And like, he was so honest. Like, everybody didn't like hearing it, but he was so honest. Like, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm ready for. His honesty. And neither one of them were bad looking. So
they were the better couple, weren't they? That's the thing. Yeah, they would. Yeah. So would he be above Mama? Old Mama. Was he that good? Because we didn't see him cheating, and I don't. We don't know. Okay, he got sent some dick pics, I think, along the way, didn't he? But that's not necessarily his fault. That may just happen. What do we think? C, B?
That's hard. Yeah, I guess B is fine.
Yeah, we'll be generous, I think.
At least you ain't put nobody in pure dirt yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there's Julius. I was just going to call that section Julius. but actually, in fact, the next one's Julius's friends. It was like Lord of the Rings ghetto style, wasn't it? I don't know which one, but this is Julian's friends, the ones that turned up at the original group of friends before Drew made the pit. This guy had tucked his hoodie into his trousers. Now, I don't know about you, but I do think that is a particular fashion crime, tucking a hoodie in. I mean, really.
I don't know. I don't do all that.
That's
so for that, they get an F in my book, but I'm open to suggestions.
We might need to move Julius up to F and put them at pure dirt. I don't know.
How about actually we could? How about it up here with him?
Hmm?
No.
We've got F for failure in the thing. So I'm going to keep it E. How about that?
They was
Straight down the
messy.
middle. Next person is Savannah. Rich girl Savannah. Now I'm totally just against her. I just don't like her. She's just like a person I know, even looks like her, and the person I know that looks like her is an absolute bitch. So I don't like her for those reasons. But I think she's entitled. I think she's just. I think she's a bit toxic, a bit venomous. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I agree.
Well,
She's
I mean,
toxic.
talking about the women of Love After Lockup, a lot of them are toxic.
She just do too much.
She did too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just do too much, and she just. Why did you started dating someone in prison if you was gonna act like that and do all that when once they was out? She just.
Yeah. Oh, we got a pure dirt popped up there for that one.
Auntie said she's curious of what I think of Julius. You see that?
Oh, there we go. There's hello. There she is. Oh, it's covered you up. Curious what Deontay thinks of. Deontay thinks of. Have I been saying your name wrong all this time?
I mean, people call me Deontay, Dante, Deontay. Whatever's easier for you to pronounce.
So what do you make of Julius then, our resident rapper from this season?
I mean, to be honest, I only seen a handful of the season, so I don't really like to be the judge of people like that. But he's the only person that I ever see being talked about anywhere. So
yeah. There's a lot of chat actually. In fact, it was kind of one of these ones. If I put him in the thumbnail, I'll know I'll get views. You know.
Just from what I see off of social media, he looked like I don't know. He looked like he cool to me, but I only seen bits
He's
and
being
pieces of him.
talked about like that because I feel like every woman knows a guy or have met a guy or have dated a guy like Julius. Julius is a guy I've met so many times with just a different face. Like rapper, don't want to work, don't believe in the 9 to 5, totally nonchalant, doesn't care, cocky, just
He kind of
turn up.
remind me of he remind me a lot of like Michael and Harry, like Fuse. You know what I'm saying? Like the attitude wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, you know,
yeah, I like that idea actually. That it's and I think a lot of people see themselves in Alexis, where everything in their whole body is screaming out, "This man's bad news," and you're still there with your best intentions, and you're still there with but it might just be okay. And I think it's kind of a testament to her in a way that she's kind of got that kind of commitment and drive, but at the same time, it's just you're banging your head, aren't you? You're sort of, come on, woman, wake up. Yeah, I'm totally with you there. Where were we? I forgot. Savannah. Yeah, Savannah. Should we leave her in D? I think she's fine in D, isn't she?
You don't want to put her in pure dirt?
Well, we did have some low ones. Let's. I'm going to give her an E. I don't think she's quite that low. I don't like her, but I don't think it's quite that low down. Let's pick up some others. Here is Alexis herself. Now, is she the sort of the one of the purer people here? Are we buying into her? She's a nurse, maybe a little bit naive. Are we buying that, or do we think that she's kind of as much responsible for the downfall of everything as he is?
I feel bad.
Seemed pretty pure to me.
Yeah, I be feeling bad for her.
Oh, was that up one?
I be almost feeling sad for her.
Yeah. Because she really, really wanted it, and it just every time she tried to hold it closer, it just kept getting further and further away. And the way he didn't talk to her, you know what I mean? When he's just standing there, silence, and you're contending with silence, that's got to be hard.
But also in person, she's really pretty.
I think she's one of the better. Well, actually, looking at the competition, there isn't much. What about who what about between her and Juwalia? Demo Dick's other half. Who do you
Oh,
think would
yeah,
be
yeah,
more
yeah.
attractive of these two?
It's so funny. Unpopular opinion, Alexis.
Okay. All right. Is it again because you like somebody who's a little bit darker, or?
Joella's attitude.
You already know what
I
I'm
don't like people who try too hard. I'm sorry.
I see. All right. Okay. Yeah, I see. What about you, Deontay? If you were to choose there, which way would you go?
You already know what I'm saying.
You're going with Juwalia?
And it's not fair. You got that picture of Alexis with the bonnet on. Come on.
I mean, you know me.
That bonnet is as famous as her right now,
man.
Yeah, she's still got like the toothpaste down the front of her t-shirt and stuff. It's just like,
she just made breakfast right there. You done chose this girl. Look like it's a Snapchat
on her
filter. She about to go out.
So and then if we go, how about that? Oh, but Juwalia maybe lower. How are we there?
Hey there. Joella could stay at a C.
It's what, sorry?
I think Joella should be next to the mom.
A B?
Ooh. A C.
A B?
He said,
All right, okay. Cool. Let's have Imani, sorry. She appeared in one of the episodes. Seems like quite a nice person. What do we think?
She got to go all the way to the top.
There we go. We're going to give her a super. There we go. Good job. Well done. Plus you're here. So that gives you extra special points and a few more IQ points at the same time. So, win-win. What else we got? We've got, let's bring in Will. Now, I think Will should be going towards the top. I think Will needs to be up here in the A or B section. I'm going to drop him there just for a second, just so I can put him down. But what do we think? Do we think he's, largely innocent? Do we think that he tried his hardest? He didn't cheat. He didn't lie, as far as we know?
Yeah.
I like when they have an issue that even though sometimes he does too much, he can almost snap out of it and he can come back to normal. A lot of guys cannot do that so quickly. And I've learned to appreciate him. So I think I think that's a good spot for him.
I think we're also building a picture of your ideal guy. So your ideal guy is a calm, very sort of a dark skin, very calm, not too cocky, humble. Are we building this picture?
Exactly.
There we go. See, we got you. We got you. So I think we'll leave Will in the A section. Unless we stick him up here next to Super. Actually, I'm going to stick him in Super. I don't think there's any reason why not. He's a good guy.
Okay.
So let's take that one. Who else we got? We've got Brooke. Again, one of the more innocent people, really. I think she had a hard time online, didn't she? A lot of people were picking up on that. I don't know, the tan-coloured all-in-one thing. I saw a lot of people posting pictures of the penguin about her. So she got a lot of stick, I think, for no real reason, because I don't think she's a particularly bad person. What do we think?
Love making.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, I think we lost your sound there.
I was just saying, love. I think love makes you a little crazy sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Silly too.
Yeah. So what do we think? Was she an A or a B? Somewhere up here?
Yeah, I think she's good at B.
A good B. There we go. We've got building up a bit of a picture here. Poor old Julius down here by himself. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Brooke. Now about to be the mother of 3, of course, because she is now with JK's baby. Hooray.
Wow.
For that. Now, there is, of course, the old thing. I talked about this before, but there is, of course, the rumor that they get a couple of grand as a bonus if they have a baby on thing. I think the idea is that in the first season they do the prison thing, in the second season they do the marriage thing, the third season they do the kid thing. I'm not really sure, but
It depends. It depends on the couple.
It's what? Sorry.
It depends on the couple whether they do that or not. They'll do that for certain couples, yeah.
Oh.
Good. Any that you can think of?
Like what?
Any couples that you know that might have happened to?
I mean, I don't want to air them out like that. I know certain couples that
well, I got to try, right? Where are we at? So Brooke, then do we keep her in the same zone as JK?
Yeah.
There we go. We've got Michael. Joey. Poor old Joe. I felt genuinely bad for Joey. There's only a few people that I felt genuinely bad for. There was the guy from a season or two ago. Oh my god, he's the one who may or may not have shot his girlfriend in the bum. Do you remember this guy? He had like a triangle in the middle of his head, and he kind of like went a bit crazy. Yeah, I found he was quite upsetting watching his story, and I actually felt really bad for Joey afterwards. What about you guys? Did you feel that?
I definitely did. When he was breaking him the news, Joey was, I mean, you can see he was, I mean, understandably, reasonably upset. Like, he was like, I don't even want to look at you. And I was like, whoa. Like, oh my God. I just felt him, and I just was like, I was almost kind of like, good for you that I was just glad that he was that assertive in that moment, because I wasn't sure if he could ever give him that energy, and it was so good to see it. I mean, not, but kind of.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're going to keep him up here in the A, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think he definitely deserves that one. We've got then Savannah's other half, Bradley with no E. Allegedly, Savannah's saying that he's just not that interested. He's a gay man, is what that she's saying about him. That is, of course, something that has been said about people when they do break up. So do we take that with a pinch of salt? I don't know. But yeah, so we got to Bradley. Didn't do much wrong as far as I'm aware. He was a bit of a non-character. He's sort of like a monotone voice and didn't really set the world on fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I'm thinking C, like in the middle, Mr. Average.
Mr. Average.
Mr. Average, like really average, like just so forgettable, like, you know. So we've only got a few more here. Let's see who we've got. I like this guy. He's one of my favorite parents that appear, and it's good to see a dad appear as well, doing it for the daddies. It's Shaq O'Neal being interrupted mid-shave. Here. Love this guy.
Yeah.
He's going up there. I'm not even going to debate this one. Yeah, all the way to the top. I loved him, and the fact he gave Dickhead the ring as well. I mean, he must have known that wasn't going anywhere. I think he wanted Kiana more for his son than his son wanted Kiana for himself.
Yeah, that's my type.
So we'll keep him up there. We've got... Now, I've got to show this is quite an interesting one. I'm going to put these next to each other. These two are the women that were kind of may or may not be behind Brooke's back. He's got a type, isn't he? I mean, look at that. I mean, apart from the hair, it's difficult to tell these two apart. At one point, I did wonder if they just cast the same person twice. Because someone
side by side, yeah.
So the first one we have here is I forget her name. I think her name's Bonnie, and she'd moved into Brooke's house to help with the children and various things. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Where do we put the other women?
I don't. It's crazy because the ex, I feel sad for her too.
Yeah.
Especially when she's outside crying and she breaks down, and then he starts crying, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's bad news for anybody on the outside of that relationship, isn't it? That the one where they call it some trauma bonding, where that's happened, and you think, yeah, these two are trauma bonded. You can't. You're gonna really you have therapy to get that out the way, isn't it?
Yes. And I'm
So
telling you,
maybe
the
we'll
way
take.
these cameras pop up on you at a certain time, she didn't even
Mm.
look that bad. It's just like she had just woke up or had a bad day. I don't know.
That's when they want to get you too.
Yes, yes.
Who we got here? We've got. See, I got all the characters. You see, yeah. I try and get pictures of them all. We've got this guy. he was the friend of JK's, and then went off to hit up JK's mother, which I thought was quite disturbing. So we got the friend here. He knew not to high five Brooke as he went, but I'm thinking he's more of a middle kind of guy. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Brian, super duper Brian. The guy who went to the strip club and it wasn't open. Yeah, that's there he is. Brian right there in the middle. Is he dodgy? He looks a lot like 50 Cent. Here's a question for you, Imani. Him or Demo Dick?
Demo Dick.
You go Demo Dick? Oh, I would have thought, because I thought the 50 Cent look might be kind of thing. Although maybe Demo Dick's eyes are better. Is that maybe what it is?
Demo Dick just is cool. He knows how to have a conversation. He'll talk, whether it's, I don't know, that guy, sometimes he talks like he's a little slow. His mouth is open. He just acts like a little kid. I don't know. At least Demo Dick, he got a father in his life. He driving. He's a little bit more responsible. He's got kids. He loves the kids. I can see that. I don't know. I just, yeah. I don't
He's
like
really
this
checking
other
your
guy.
list, isn't he? We need to. I can smell like the next season right here. You know.
I'm like, hold on now, because I'm a little goofy myself. What you trying to say? No,
no, but just like those people that are looking like this.
Well, there we go. I tell you what, you leave it with me, Imani. I'll sort you out. Don't you worry. We'll get him for you. We'll get him. So we've got last four here. We've got Kiana. Oh my goodness, the hair on the ring. I mean, that was just that made me dry heat. Awfulness. But you wouldn't, would you? It's come out of his pocket. He's put it in his cake. He's now no. I don't care how romantic this is supposed to be. That's you can feed me off a nice little fork, like they do with dessert, like proper stuff. Yeah, poor Kiana. Apparently a bit of a drama queen behind the scenes, though. So what do we think?
Behind the scenes, on the scenes, everything.
So is she on the same level as Demo Dick, or are we gonna drop her into the depths of that?
We can put her in a D. That's cool.
A D?
Yeah.
There we go. So we sort of create our little thing here. Last couple, we've got Susie. I'm not quite sure what I put Susie in. Susie, I thought, again, she was crying, and that made me feel sad. Susie is Courtney's mum. And again, yeah, I just felt sad. Why is it? It's just so I could watch a real sad film, fine, I don't flinch. I watched this damn program, and some idiot's having a breakdown, and I am on the verge. What is happening with me and these people? It gets you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Last two, we've got the guy that had a go at Brian. I hate that guy.
The cousin. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I hate that guy. And the last one is Courtney. So I mean, the big thing there is, was the running away just the whole plan? She just picked up on the little bits just to give her a good excuse to go. Did she want to go? What are we thinking?
Unpopular opinion, I like her.
You like her?
Yeah.
So, like enough to be in the B section? Because that sounds more positive. I'm thinking that sounds like we're up here.
Yeah, because I feel like the audience seen her from a whole different light, but like I'd be totally understanding where she be coming from, half of the most of the time for sure. And she is not bad looking, and sometimes you gotta make sure you're taken care of and getting your coin. It is not cheap to stay pretty. It's
She
not.
did have good hair.
I know
Well,
that.
sometimes. Yeah, I think she sort of came and got in this picture. She's even got lowlights. So yeah, she did have
Yeah.
a good hairdresser at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the delight that is the public, the straw poll of opinion on season 6. Here they are, our supers at the top, down to pure dirt down here at the bottom. A fantastic result. Thank you very much for that. So that is then going to wrap up the show. I did went a little bit over. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much to our guests here. I've popped the Instagrams in the description down below, so do please go and show them some love and all that sort of thing. Bit of love and appreciation would be fantastic. And hopefully we'll see Imani again with Demo Dick in another season. We'll sort that out for you. Don't you worry, I got you. And Deontay, where are we going to see you next? What's going to happen next in the world of Deontay?
I ain't never really went nowhere, so you can see me all over the place. I'm always very prominent on all my social media, Instagram, Facebook. I just now started to learn TikTok Live and how to make money off that mug. So now I'm always kind of going live on my TikTok, interacting the way I used to do on Instagram, and just keeping my face out there. And I got my YouTube channel where I do watch-alongs of my own episodes and spill the tea, and I also promote my little comic project cartoon series that me and my boy created when we were in middle school. It's called Twisted Tunes.
Do you act in it, or is it like a drawing thing?
It's called Twisted Tunes. Basically, now it's like a mixture of AI concepts and the actual original drawings that my friend
I've seen
did.
that on your Instagram.
Yeah, so what it is my friend Josh, when we were 13 in the year 2000 in the 8th grade, started drawing those little cartoon characters like that in different situations, and I didn't know he could do that. And he started giving them to me, and I started adding color to them. And then eventually, because I'm very creative, even though people think I'm stupid, I'm very creative. I just started adding dialogue to all these drawings, and then I just started writing episodes, and it became a thing. I just never thought
this
that.
One? Is this like this is?
Yeah.
This is
That's one of the couples that we put together. And see, I never thought that I could make this a reality because of those characters are obviously copyrighted characters, but with AI, I figured out a way to kind of bring it to life without getting sued or nothing like that. I know I can't make it an actual show, but I mean, that's part of my creative side that I just kind of like to show. It don't get a lot of views, but I just do that just for him, for my friend, and for me.
Why not? Sounds good. It looks good. So thank you so much for joining me, you two. And I think to lead us out, Deontay, I would like you very much to do your Power Ranger thing one last time to see us out.
Oh, don't get me, man. Look, Zach the Black Ranger. If y'all don't know, I'm a fan of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Zach has always been my favorite wrestler. So as a tribute to Zach the Black Ranger, Walter Emmanuel Jones, the actor himself, just for you, it's Morphin time, Mastodon.
I love it. I love you, Deontay. You are the best. Thank you so much for the guest. Thank you so much for watching. Do please stay beautiful. Love to my 3.
Thank you.